RS, CS, H1S, H2S, G1S, G2S. If I am going fast, you have to tell me, okay? This arrow marks are very important. Put all these arrow marks. This is feedback, so put this. And another important thing is to put a negative sign or positive sign as the case may be. This is when I put a negative sign on the feedback loop, it means that it is a negative feedback. I'll give you 1 second to draw. This is the block diagram that is given, and I am asking you to find out the overall transfer function CS by RS by block diagram method. Find CS by RS by block diagram reduction method. This is the question, which means what I am asking you to do is I want to convert this block diagram into a single block diagram where I have RS as the input and CS as the output. What will come inside it? That is what I am asking you to do. If I can get this, if it is possible for me to get this, what is that? That is essentially the transfer function of the system as well. Isn't it? Okay, now that you have drawn, you just listen to me. Okay, what I have drawn here, this is actually a block diagram which is given to you. It may be that of a mechanical system or an electrical system or whatever system. And I am asking to, and there is an input which is RS and the output which is CS. I am asking you to find the transfer function CS by RS, which means I am asking you to find this or convert this block diagram, which has a number of blocks like CS, GA2S, all those things, into a single block. I hope you understood. Now, how am I going to do that? All of you should listen. Don't worry about writing now. I'm going to tell you what you are going to do now. Okay. Now, how will you do that? When you are given this block diagram, the very first thing that you have to check is whether there is any available simple closed loop system. You know that all of you listen, don't draw at all. If it is a simple feedback system like this, which yesterday we derived the equation, if it is a simple block diagram like this, RS by CS, you know this can be converted into a single block as what? GS by 1 plus or minus GS. But because it is minus here, I can put 1 plus GSHS with CRS as the input and CS as the output. So if I get a block like this, a simple feedback loop like this, I know the transfer function in ready-made because I have already derived it. Okay. I hope you understood. Now, let me see someone. Ritik, did you understand this part? Ritik, did you understand this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So whenever you are given a complex block diagram, you have to check whether you can identify. Try to identify some kind of block here in this form. Is there any block here? Yes. This block is the same as what I was talking about, isn't it? The same. Ale. So which means G2S and H2S can be combined to get this. Okay. So I am going to redraw that part alone. Okay. All of you should listen. Need not write at all now. I'll give you time to write. So what I'm going to do is this block diagram, I am going to modify as shown below. How? Again, this will be there. G1s. I'm going very slow. If you find that I'm going fast, you can all. Now, this is not there. This part I have modified as a single block as G2S divided by 1 plus G2S, H2S and CS. Now I have a single loop which is H1S minus this is RS plus. Is this clear? If you require more explanation on this, kindly tell me, any one of you. Any one of you. Pooja?
Hello,
Should
hello.
do you require further explanation on this? Did you understand? Manslayo? Manslayo. Draw this. Anupam. Is he here? Anupam? No.
Yes, ma'am.
Anupam. The Manslayo, do you require? Okay.
Hello?
Okay. Any doubt? Anyone of you, if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask, because this is a very important topic. We'll be going on to complex systems also. So this is the simplest that you can get. Okay. Now, what will be the next step? Abhirami, what will be the next step? What will be the next step? Now that you have converted this into this, what will be the next step? Abhirami, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Abhirami, എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഐഡിയ ഉണ്ടോ? അടുത്ത സ്റ്റെപ്പ് എന്തായിരിക്കും? How can you convert this into a single block? Now, if I have two blocks like this, G1 and G2 like this, with an input here and an output here, I can always convert this into G1, G2. Okay? This is possible. So here I have one G1s and I have another block here. This together I can combine, isn't it? I can combine this into what? G1, G2 divided by 1 plus G2S, H2S. Is that okay, Abhirami? Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Two block you can combine them, multiply them. So now I have combined them. Now again, I'll give you time to write. Now again, Niyasuddin, are you there, Niyasuddin? Okay, Mariam.
Hello, ma'am.
Mariam, now that you have one block here, then no single block ayo. This is one single block. Another single block in the feedback. Now, isn't it the same as your original simple feedback loop?
Yes.
So G1S G2S by 1 plus G2S H2S divided by 1 plus this value into this value. Is that okay? All of you, I'll give you the, now it's 10:29. I'll give you time till 10:31. Just try. If not, we'll do again. I'll explain anyway. Try, please try. Please try. Okay. Now, all of you just listen. I have just redrawn this, okay, in a neater manner. That is all that I have done. Okay, the same thing. For explaining a bit more clearly, I have just redrawn that figure. Now you have come up with this much, okay. Now what can you do? How will you reduce? I hope this much is clear. Again, you are able to identify a simple closed loop system here, isn't it? You have a block, one block in the forward path, a single block in the feedback path with a negative sign, which means it's a negative feedback, which means now are you able to, now you don't require a summation anymore because you are just having one block, one single block here with CS. How will you convert this? You will be writing G1S G2S divided by 1 plus G2S H2S, that is the forward path gain, divided by 1 plus G1S G2S divided by 1 plus G2S H2S into H1S. H1S is in the numerator, okay? Numerator of this. I hope this is clear. Now rearrange the terms and tell me the answer. Albin Biju, rearrange these terms and tell me the final answer. It's very easy to do rearrange because this goes to the one and angotu poyittu. You'll get, these two will get cancelled. Okay, these two will get cancelled. So you rearrange the terms and tell me, Albin.
G1S G2S by 1 plus G2S.
Wait a minute. So you'll finally get CS by RS is equal to G1S G2S
divided by 1 plus G2S H2S
G2S H2S plus
G1S G2S H1S.
Correct. H1S. Did all of you get? If even one of you didn't get, tell me. It's okay. You are just learning. എന്തെങ്കിലും സംശയമുണ്ട് ഇപ്പോ പറയാ. You can clarify. I am only ready to clarify. Time ഒന്നും ഒരു പ്രശ്നമില്ല. You can I'll clarify and proceed. Anyone having any doubt? Lekha?
No, ma'am.
Lekha മനസ്സിലായോ? ആക്കൊരു ഊർജം പോരാ. മനസ്സിലായോ? നല്ലോണം മനസ്സിലായോ?
Ma'am.
After finishing of the next problem, you have to tell me whether it is much more clearer. Okay, I'm not satisfied with that. Okay, now I want to ask, stands in your tan. Stands in your tan.
Yes,
Number 163. Yeah, did you understand stands in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I'm going on to the next problem. All of you should listen also. Again, draw this along with me, okay? Please draw this figure along with me. I'm going to the next problem. So I have this. Sorry, one second. Draw this in the okay. Okay, I have this. Then I have one more coming in. G2. I'm not writing G2S. Instead, I am writing just G2, which is also equally, you should understand it's in the Laplace domain. That is all. G2, G3. With I am just discarding that brackets. Okay, that's okay. You can even do that. R plus G1. Then I have okay. Third. Sorry, one this time. Okay. H2 negative, positive, H1 Here again, you are asked to find out the transfer function, which is actually C by R by block diagram reduction. Is Sri Nitish present? Sri Nitish?
ഇല്ല മാം.
ഇല്ല. Tanvir present ആണോ? ഇല്ല. Okay. Have you all drawn? I'll ask someone. Okay. Saran, have you drawn? Saran?
Hello?
Saran, വരച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞോ? Have you completed? Okay. Now, Saran, തെറ്റിയാലും കുഴപ്പമില്ല. Answer തെറ്റിയാലും കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ധൈര്യമായിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി. Now, tell me, can you identify മറ്റു നേരത്തെ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്ത പോലെ G and H വെച്ചിട്ട്, can you identify some portion which looks just like this? If so, I can convert that into G by 1 plus GH. GS divided by 1 plus GSHs. Can you identify some loop here?
പറ്റുന്ന പക്ഷേ രണ്ടും
correct. I could have combined all these things, but for a takeoff point here. Takeoff point. This is known as a takeoff point. Adoru obstruction varunu. Alle? Sharan correct ennu parnja. So that is an obstruction here. If I can take this takeoff point in some way, if I can take this takeoff point to this point and connect it there, I'll get G2 into G3 as a single block, and then I'll get H2 in the feedback path. Okay. So how can I take? All of you should remember, there are so many steps. I am not going to those steps. I'm giving you a secret mantra, which is actually Bindu GR mantra, my own mantra. Tag. Okay. If you want to take takeoff point ahead of a block, multiply by G. Or if you want to take, all of you listen. If you want to take a takeoff point ahead of a block, multiply by G, which means if you want to take a takeoff point after G, you have to divide by. All of you listen and don't write at all. If I want to take this takeoff point to this point, it means I am taking this takeoff point after G2, G3. Because signal flow in the direction. But if I am taking this takeoff or if I am taking this takeoff point here or here, I will be taking this takeoff point here, means I will be taking this takeoff point ahead of G3 or ahead of G3 and G2. Okay. So now what I am going to do is, I hope you understood. You'll understand. Okay. So as Saran said, the problem is with this takeoff point, or I can do two things. Either I can take this takeoff point after G3, or I can take this takeoff point before, or I can take this takeoff point ahead of G3. Let me cut, because I have given a secret mantra tag like this, takeoff point ahead. You have to multiply by G. I am going to do that. Just listen, listen, or just listen and just see what I am doing here. I have this. Okay, this remains the same. G1, converting this G1. Then it has this also. I have not the summation point I have not taken away. What I am going to do is I am going to take this takeoff point ahead of G3. This takeoff point is connected to which thing? H2, isn't it? H2 block is being connected here. So what I am going to do is, when I do this, I have a G2. I have G3 here. Those don't get affected. I have this takeoff point I'm taking here ahead of G3, which means when I take that from there, I have to multiply with G3. Not a clear. I'll write this much more clearer. I will, in this block, which was originally only H2, I'll have H2 into G3 because I have taken that takeoff point ahead of G3 and that will be connected here. Okay. This H1 remains as such, which means I can connect H1 here. H1, that remains as such. R and C. എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പൊ ചോദിക്കണം. ആകാശ്, ആകാശ്.
Yes, ma'am.
Akash, did you understand? If you have not understood, I am ready to explain once again. Is this clear? Oh?
Yes. Yes, miss.
മനസ്സിലായോ?
Oh, മനസ്സിലായി.
മനസ്സിലായോ? തോമസ് ഫിലിപ്പ്, തോമസ്.
Yes, miss.
മനസ്സിലായോ തോമസ് ഇത്?
മനസ്സിലായി.
Okay. Now, why did I take this takeoff point here? Just to make sure that I can get something like this. Or alternatively, I could have taken this takeoff point, this takeoff point 1 and the takeoff point 2 and which one. Alternatively, I could have takeoff point 2 in Anna. I had converted, I have brought it here. Instead, I could have also done this. What? I could have taken takeoff point 1 to this point. That is also another way. Finally, the answer will be the same. Okay. So don't worry. Because I wanted to make sure that you understand this mantra very well, I took it as ahead. So takeoff point 2 was taken ahead of the block G3. So whatever was connected to takeoff point 2, namely H2, had to be multiplied by G3. So I'll give you 1 second for you to draw this and also just to digest whatever we have learned. We have not yet reached the final stage, but this is the first step. Okay. Draw this, and Amisha, after drawing, let me know. Amisha, tell me after you have completed.
Yes.
Okay.
Miss, ഞാൻ വരച്ചു.
വരച്ചു. അമീഷ നല്ല കുട്ടിയായിട്ട് വരച്ചു. നമ്മൾ ഒരു അനുരഞ്ജനെ വിളിക്കട്ടെ. അനുരഞ്ജൻ വരച്ചോ? അനുരഞ്ജൻ, have you completed drawing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now what will we do? What will be the next step? Anand Krishnan, what will be the next step? Now you should know. By now you should know what will be the next step. Anand.
Yes, miss.
Anand, എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? ഇതിനെ അല്ലേ? Now you can identify one block here which is similar to this our symbol block diagram. അല്ലേ? So how will you do? Instead of this, it will be replaced along with the summation point. It will be replaced by what block?
G by 1 plus GH.
Correct.
G2 by 1 plus.
Correct. G2 by 1 plus G2 into H2 G3 എന്ന് വരും അല്ലേ? അല്ലേ? G2 G3 H2. Okay. Now, what can you do? ഇവിടെ എപ്പോഴും ആ മറ്റേ ഇത് കിടപ്പുണ്ട് കേട്ടോ. ദിസ് ഇസ് ആകെ ഒരു മെസ്സായില്ലേ ഞാൻ വരച്ചു വെച്ചത്. I'll draw it neatly. Neatly means to make it clear to you. That is all. G3. This is still there. That H1 is still there. Okay. Now what you can do is you can combine these two, G1 and G2, which means this will come here and this block will go away. And it will be like this. Okay. Mohit Mohan, I am giving you 1 minute by which you can combine these two together and multiply by G3 and give me the final answer. എല്ലാവരും ചെയ്യണം. I will be asking Mohit Mohan and one more person. ആ person ആരാണെന്ന് I am not disclosing. All of you should do. I'll give you one minute for that. And now it's 10:46. I'll ask you at 10:47. അല്ല ഉപയോഗിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞു. താങ്ക് യു. Mohit, have you completed? Mohit? Mohit illi. Mohit? Kevin? Kevin, are you there? Kevin?
Hello.
Kevin, ചെയ്തു കഴിഞ്ഞോ Kevin?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get the answer, final answer?
കുറച്ചുകൂടി വാക്കിയ sorry.
I'll give you one more minute. ചെയ്യ് കുഴപ്പമില്ല ചെയ്യ് തന്നെ ചെയ്താലേ all of you should do by yourself. Let it go wrong. It's okay. It's just a class. But I want all of you to do it yourself so that when it comes to the exam, you'll be damn confident. കെവിൻ ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞ ഉടനെ എന്നെ ഒന്ന് വിളിക്കണേ ആൻസർ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു ലെവൽ ആയതിനു ശേഷം ഒന്ന് വിളിക്കണേ വിളിക്കാനല്ല യു ജസ്റ്റ് ടെൽ മീ
Okay, miss.
Time. You all joined 5 or 6 minutes late also, even so. Kitty Kevin?
ഇപ്പോഴും കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല.
കുഴപ്പമില്ല. Anyone got? Did anyone get? അത് കുഴപ്പമില്ല Kevin. That is okay. It happens. Anyone got? Who is it?
സൂരജ്.
സൂരജ് പറഞ്ഞോ സൂരജ്.
ഫൈനൽ ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ഫംഗ്ഷൻ ഉണ്ട്. G1 G2 G3 by
G3 by
1 plus G1 H2 G3
G1 ഞാൻ എഴുതാം. all of you should check whether
G2 H2 G3
G1 G2 H1 H3 ഇല്ല കുഞ്ഞേ.
H3 അല്ല സർ. G2 H2 G3
H3 ഇല്ല. There is no H3.
G2 H2 G3 ആണ് പറഞ്ഞത് സർ.
G3 G2 G3 H1 ശരിയാണോ നോക്കിയ? ഇതാണോ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത് നോക്കിയ?
G1 G2 G3 by 1 plus G2 H2 G3
correct
plus H1 G1 G2
correct. So all of you just take this down. നിങ്ങൾ ഇതിന് ഞാൻ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്താൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ ബ്രേക്ക് ടൈമിലോട്ട് പോകും. Take this down. This is what you should get. Check whether you're getting this before coming to the next class. Okay, I want all of you to check whether you're getting this before coming to the next class. This is very important. You take off point ahead എടുക്കുന്ന procedure ആണ്. All of you should do. Okay, I want all of you to do. It's just a matter. ഇപ്പം ഒരു ഇന്ന് തന്നെ ഇരുന്നതങ്ങ് തീർത്തേക്കണം. Okay then, that is all for today. I'll continue this tomorrow also. Thank you.